Hey, so I'm just sitting back, about to go inside the gym. Finally made it here, and I apologize if I mess up talking. I just had something to eat, and I wanted to talk about um, the $335 million that Trump has to pay to, after losing that case. I haven't really been following him, to be honest. And let me just throw this in here. I don't care if he will, if he's able to run. I don't really care. If he wins, I don't care. I wouldn't really mind Biden being president for 4 more years. I really wouldn't mind. I'm not voting, but that's how much I don't care because I'm only worried about my money, I'm worried about my health, education, and my mental well being. But to be honest, I would like to see the effect of his leniency with letting in all of the migrants in this country. I would like to see how would it take, like what would the effect be for Chicago and New York City, because I said this in my channel before. Obviously he has no respect for the people that actually live in Chicago. I mean, I've been there before. Chicago is not just a city with black people. It's more whites there than blacks, but Chicago is divided by like your south side and your downtown side and your north and your west side. So, and also you have like the metropolitan areas, like the suburban areas of Chicago, like Highland Park, where that that dude shot like all those people at during like the 4th of July Day Parade. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I don't care who wins presidency, like for the next 4 years, to be honest. But I don't feel bad he has to pay all this money. I just feel like, as a man, as someone with power and influence, it is your responsibility to make sure that everybody that was there on that day was taken care of, because they went based off of your word. And as dumb as I was back then, I wasn't on. I wasn't. Let me say this right now. I was not anywhere near DC on January 6th. I wasn't there, but I heard of a rally that was going to take place on the inauguration day. It was going to be like a counter protest. I was going to go down there for that because that's what I was trying to get my license and drive to DC, rent a car. But all those plans weren't going to happen because DC was, under, surveillance from, the riot that took place. But everybody that was charged that day, it was more than 1,000 people, but it's been over 1,000 people that have been charged. But everybody that was there that day, I feel like the ones that were charged, even the ones that were charged with violence, he had the responsibility to make sure that they are taken care of, because they went off of his words. And he never showed up. He never came. It's like that episode of the Boondocks where they were all getting sprayed with fire hoses, and they asked Robert. They was like, "Hey man, where are you?" And he was like, "What's eating you, man? It's like a goddamn German Shepherd." He was like, "Where were you?" And he was like, "I had to go get my raincoat." And then he was like, "This dude wanted to get a motherfucking raincoat." And it's like everybody was getting their ass beat. Everybody was, taking an ass whooping. And this guy wasn't nowhere around when it happened. But back to the video. He was, allegedly, he was golfing. He was, in his cozy ass room, I guess, watching all this shit go down. Because I watched like 3 documentaries on it. And some of the people who went inside, they, when they saw people go inside, they went inside. They had that incentive. They got the incentive to just go inside themselves, and they weren't being prevented from going inside. The police didn't stop them, so they thought it was okay to go inside because they saw those people going inside too. And then now a lot of them have records, because you're not gonna beat the feds. You're not gonna go against the feds if you are charged with the federal offense. it's really hard to really beat a federal case if you even if you have a really good lawyer. That's why a lot of people plead guilty. But I just don't understand this. They're raising money for his problem, the $335 million that he owes. Where was this fund for people that were being charged with January 6th? Now, I probably heard of a GoFundMe. It's probably been, I did hear talks of one, but I mean, where it's making news? Like, where is his influence being used to, talk to people to raise money, like start a fundraiser? Not just a GoFundMe, but like why can't he borrow money to make sure everybody that was being charged with, offenses on January 6th, why couldn't he make sure they were good? With like if they were going to jail, I'm pretty sure he didn't put money on their books. He didn't send money to their families. He didn't make sure nothing was okay in their affairs. But when it's affecting him, yeah, he's expecting people to donate money to his ass. This is why I'm not voting, and I don't support him no more. And I don't want to say you're an idiot if you give money, because like I said, I've given money to things that don't mean shit myself, man. Like sometimes, when I'm in a really good mood, they will ask you, would you like to donate money? When you go to the supermarket, they may ask you, would you like to donate money to our food bank? And sometimes I may donate $1, but I know it's not going to do anything, because a lot of the times they will give you inferior ass food, and that's how they save money. Whenever you donate to like a shelter, they give you really inferior food. It's always generic food, peanut butter and jelly. It's never anything that you actually want to eat. It's a shelter, not a buffet. That's why you got to work for the foods that you like to eat. But like I said, this is his problem. I don't feel bad. I guess hope people wake up like I did. Don't give him any money. Let him learn from his mistakes.